Alright, this is the fight night breakdown. Saul, Canelo, Alvarez. Alright, so we talked about it in the last video. Canelo has to go into his bags. We got to see the Canelo that we've been hearing rumblings about in the thousands and the 2010s, you know, back in the Mayweather era. We got to hear about that Canelo. We got to see that Canelo. And what we saw at the weigh-in, it looked like we might get remnants of that Canelo. He slimmed down. He told Max that he's, you know, fighting for everything. When Max asked him, was he fighting for speed? So, you know, he's going to have to go into his bag. He's going to have to use all his tools. He's going to have to jab. He's going to have to put punches on a rope. He's going to have to use combo punches. He's going to have to hit the body. He's going to have to do all types of things that he hasn't been able to do, or he hasn't needed to do, as he says, in a long time. His big advantage coming into the fight in everybody's eyes was his size and strength. All right, if we look at the weigh-in, Bud looks like he might be a little bigger than Canelo. We don't know about strength yet. We'll find out in the ring. But if it's a size thing right now, Bud might be the bigger fighter. So what's going to have to happen in order for Canelo to win this fight? With him coming in looking a little smaller, looking a little leaner. Maybe he's fighting for speed, like Max said. But what we really have to pay attention to is how is Canelo going to take Bud's punches? All right, because what we've heard is that Bud is a strong man. We've seen him deadlift 405. You know, we've seen Bud get 405 off the bar bench pressing. I doubt if he can bench it, but he got it off the bar with no spot. So, you know, Bud isn't weak. You know, he's a strong fighter. So pretty much what I'm saying is if strength was Canelo's strength, if strength was Canelo's strength, then right now he's going to have to use something else as his strength, because right now it looks like Bud might actually be a little stronger. Like I said, I'm only going by what I've seen Bud do, and I haven't really seen Canelo, you know, lifting weights or, you know, pushing iron like that. But what I will say, again, is that Canelo looks like he's training for a different type of fight. He looks like he's training to go the distance. He looks like he's training to, you know, maybe outlast Bud, or maybe to drain Bud and take Bud to the waters and drown him, like a lot of people said that Bud needs to do with Canelo. He looks like he's in great shape. Like I said, I don't know how that's going to affect his punching power. I don't know how that's going to affect, you know, his ability to take the punches. But what I do know is that this fight is going to be a lot closer, especially with these two fighters coming in a lot closer to weight that they appear to be. All right, so we're going to see how that really turns out. We're going to see what really happens. But in order for Canelo to win this fight, he got to put his punches on the rope. He got to be aggressive. He got to kind of, you know, stay in Bud's face. He can't let Bud get comfortable. He can't let Bud set up. He can't let Bud reset. He got to stay in Bud's face all day, all fight. He got to push the action, push the action, push the action, try to walk him down. I'm saying try to walk him down because, you know, if you think about a fighter like Mayweather, people thought he was, you know, a defensive specialist. They thought he was somebody you could play with, but nobody really ever walked Floyd down because Floyd's punches have sting. Like we talked about in that Bud episode, Bud has that power jab naturally since he broke his hand and came back as a left-handed fighter. He still has that power in his right hand once he healed. So Bud's jab is really a power jab every time it's coming at you. So we'll also see how Canelo can take that on an oncoming basis, because Bud has one of the best jabs in the game. All right, it's fight night. We're going to see what happens. I'll be back after the fight tonight. Peace.